Good morning. Welcome to today's message. It is Thursday, and let's see what Spirit has to tell us today about our energy. So we've got the Hermit, that's going within. Then we have the Star, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So the Hermit is really going within, right? What's odd to me is the Hermit. Well, it's not really odd. So the Hermit has a star in his little light. So he's looking at the star, but he's not looking at anything else, right? So he is literally focused on the prize. He's not letting anything distract him, and he is on a quest, right, for this star. He wants his personal truth. He wants his happy ever after. He's maybe looking for the meaning of life. I mean, this is really some deep inner contemplation that we're doing right now. I, for one, happen to be doing that, so I can understand that. I don't know if the rest of you guys are going through this shift of really going within and trying to figure out some things, not really the meaning of life kind of things, but, really just taking a look at things from a higher perspective. From there, we get the star, and that's really a good follow-up, right? It's renewal, it's hope, it's miracles, it's inner clarity. When we quiet our minds and we can really start to see things for what they truly are with an open heart and with love, then miracles happen. So, I mean, I love that. I love that we're getting miracles. A miracle doesn't have to be something big and extravagant that, the whole world can take notice of, although it can be. It could be something as simple as a shift in your perception. It could be something as simple as seeing something that you've been searching for. Maybe you've been searching for a reason for the way things are the way they are, and you've seen just a little piece of why they got there. Maybe you've gotten a little clarity on something that you've been really, really trying to figure out, whether it be with yourself or with other people. And that clarity is not an accident, right? We do the work and we get the miracle. So we've been doing the work, from what I can tell, and all of this inner work and shadow work has brought us to a miracle of sorts, which brings us to the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is it's free spirit, it's passions, creativity, it's travel. It's all kinds of new ideas. When we get these little miracles and these little pieces of wisdom or clarity or whatever you want to call it, they can spark new ideas, right? Because when we get more knowledge and we get more wisdom, we can actually expand our world, and then we have more choices, and maybe we have new ideas and we have new inspiration, and that's what I see the Knight of Wands as. We've gone within, we're seeing small miracles, and now we're inspired to do something bigger. Maybe the day-to-day grind is not where we want to be. Maybe we're thinking at a higher level right now. From there, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles, of course, are resources, and the 9 is right there before the end, right? So this is self-sufficiency. This is luxury. This is financial gain, and nobody has done that but you. Nobody handed you anything. You worked for what you got, and you got it. So this doesn't necessarily mean money. It could mean resources in the way of people and or things and or opportunities presenting themselves to you. If you've been listening to my channel for a while, then you'll know that I only see money as an energy of resources, and it's very equal to the other resources in our lives, right? There's other currency in this world besides money, and a lot of people forget that. There's things you can do for people outside of money. I have a group of people here that I work with that we trade services, right? So we don't necessarily pay with money, but we pay with our time, because our time is just as valuable. Time is a currency, and if you put your attention on something and you give your attention to it, you are literally paying for that thought with your time. So what thoughts are you paying for? What thoughts, if you literally had to pay money to think these thoughts, are the thoughts that you're thinking worth the money that you're spending? Think about it that way. So, but I think at the end of the day, you have some good resources that have been built up that you worked for by yourself, right? It was not handed to you in any way, shape, or form. Let me get one more card to see what our outcome for today is. So far, I like the energy. I like that we are positive. Our energy is upright. It's open. It's teachable, right? And then we have the Tower. So a lot of people get scared with the Tower. I personally don't. I actually like it. We know we have the Tower coming. All that really is, it doesn't mean it's bad, right? It just means that some big change is coming. And I don't know if the rest of you have felt it all week. I don't know if it's the astrology or what. I know there's a lot of planets coming out of retrograde soon. A couple planets just came out of retrograde. But I feel like there's a big shift coming, the end of a big cycle. Some big lessons are being learned. I guess if you haven't learned them, then the big shift might feel like a tower. It might feel like your world is crumbling down. But if you're prepared and you are ready for change, then this is just going to be a big change. That's all it is. If you prepare for it, then, it can't really hurt you. And I'm kind of getting the impression that you caused it. When you change your thinking and you change your reality and you change your thoughts and inner dialogue and what you're putting your focus on, then you've completely changed your reality. When you completely change your reality, that's when you get the Tower. So I really like it, guys. I think it's a great message for today. I think it's confirmation that we are on the right path, right? Because we don't ever really want to stay in the same place. And if we want to move forward, then we have to have some Tower moments. So I think it's amazing. I normally do a regular oracle card for the advice, but today I am using a deck by Doreen Virtue that is Bible quotes. Actually, let me get the exact deck. Loving Words from Jesus. I've actually been on a kick this week where I am studying some Bible scriptures. I do not claim a specific religion, but I was raised Catholic, so I'm a little familiar with the Bible and, some of those stories from the Bible and whatnot, and prayers from church. I did not actually denounce my faith. I just simply added to it. I'm not a practicing Catholic, but I guess by practicing, I mean I don't go to a physical building to worship my Lord on Sundays. I do it every morning with you guys is kind of how I see it. I try to live my way instead of just learn it. So Jesus' first message for us today is, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the thing of itself. So, what this is saying really, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Keep your thoughts in the present moment. I watched a movie last night called The Peaceful Warrior. Not sure if anybody's heard of that, but a few things from that movie jumped out at me. But one of the biggest ones was the difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? Knowledge is when you gather the information and you absorb it and you learn it, much like we do when we go to church on Sundays, right? The priest gives a sermon and we read Bible verses and it's explained to us and some lesson is taught. Wisdom is when we take that learning from that hour on Sundays and we practice it and we put it into practice in our daily lives and we make it a habit. That is wisdom. So in my life, I can fully admit that I have a lot of knowledge and maybe not so much wisdom, not as much as I maybe should have. I have since changed that. And the spiritual practices that I learn now, I do practice every day, all day, until they become habit. So working on that whole present mindfulness thing, but, we're all a work in progress. Our second message is, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. And again, I think that speaks right to what I was just saying with making sure that we don't just listen to the word of God, but we actually live the word of God. I told my grandma the last time I saw her a couple weeks ago, Grandma, what's wrong with the world? And she just kind of smiled at me. And I said, I think too many people are reading the Bible and not enough people are living the Bible. And my poor little grandma who has dementia stood straight up and pointed straight at me and said, you got that right. And it was really cute. And I really think that's the message for today, guys, is don't just learn, practice, right? And when we practice, then we will create our own tower moments, and they won't feel so bad because we will have created them ourselves and we'll be prepared for them. So that's the message for today, guys. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow.